Okay, we're talking about your urine?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all urine, PP.
It's all urine, PP. How y'all doing? How you doing, Spencer?
I'm doing.
What are we starting off tonight with?
We got,
Electric Jellyfish, I think?
yeah, hazy IPA from Pint House, looks like.
Yeah, I think that's one I picked up when I was in Austin.
6.5%. Got a little trippy picture.
All right. As he's opening that, we'll try that. I'm going to go through notes from Kyle.
Notes from Kyle.
All right. He's going to his... Jason Momoa in Fast 10 as a villain is really good. Haven't seen Fast 10 yet. 9 was hard enough to watch with a flying Fiero in space. Okay. His favorite and only movie he's seen Adrian Brody in is Predators. Tom Hardy would be either Venom or Mad Max. I'll agree with Mad Max. Venom is very... to me. I haven't seen the third Venom yet.
I haven't seen any of the Venoms yet.
No, really?
Yeah. I gotta catch up on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get yelled at the next time I'm seen at my place of employment.
Have we seen Creature Commandos or Secret Level? I've seen the first episode or two of Creature Commandos. Secret Level, me and Zane watched all the Secret Levels. I love the Secret Level show.
Yeah.
The Pac-Man one was disturbing.
Yeah.
But I like the Sifu one. Sifu was really good. The Warhammer was freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor Doom has taken over as Sorcerer Supreme and has sent Spider-Man on various tasks. Okay, I don't know if that's a comic book. But okay. And then also check out Absolute Superman and Absolute Batman. I know I've heard both of them are good, especially as Absolute Batman. I haven't picked them up yet. They're making an Until Dawn movie.
It's based off a game.
I haven't played Until Dawn.
From what I understand,
Electric
they took
Jellyfish is we're talking. Sorry.
the concept from the game.
Definitely IPA. What is the game? A zombie movie?
I think I have not played it, but I think the basic premise of Until Dawn is like
Definitely very.
at night the creatures come out and you have to survive until dawn.
That was what, yeah. So we're gonna between breaks watching him Being Canadian on Prime.
They'll have to change that to Being American soon.
No,
I know.
I can't believe though they're offering province the 11th province to California.
Yeah.
Do they not know what a whole California is? I mean, Florida, we'd gladly take it. Give us some freaking cold weather, please. Eh?
Yeah.
The friendliest people I know are Canadians.
I don't know. I know a Canadian that's pretty mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have they been Americanized?
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. Yeah. You become Americanized, you become mean. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 did better than Mufasa. Yes, we all know that. And Sonic 3 is now available on Paramount. Mufasa is supposed to be available this week, but it hasn't made its showing yet. But I'm sure we'll watch both of them. So the first part of notes from Kyle. Then I guess he was picking on why I'm dropping so many short videos on our channel, and it's because TikTok was shutting down, or being blocked. So all of my beer reviews I put on TikTok I've been moving over. So that's why. It's not because I'm... It's funny though, those shorts, some of them do really good, a lot of views, like 500, 600, and then someone will do the same amount of videos. Okay. Crinkle cut pickle fries. Crinkle cut fried pickles. That would be pretty cool. Crinkle cut. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
February is going to be good for movies. Yes. The Companion. I keep hearing about The Companion. I haven't seen a preview yet. Captain America, of course, which I want to see. There's a lot of people who are trying to talk it down at first. I don't know if you noticed that, but then people actually started seeing Captain America, and they're like, dude, this is a good Marvel movie. Stop talking crap about it.
Yeah, I want to see it because I've seen the mixed reviews where it's like some people are like, you know.
A majority to me has been pretty good. And I
Yeah.
think the people who are doing it is the same people who've been doing it to all the other Marvel movies. Heart Eyes. I haven't heard of Heart Eyes.
It's a horror movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And The Monkey. And the only reason I've heard The Monkey is because Stephen King talks about it a lot.
It's him. It's his, like, it's a Stephen King movie.
Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That makes sense why he's talking about it.
Yeah, The Companion. What is... That sounds familiar.
He wants more commercials with just you. He doesn't want commercials with me. He wants He thinks they're commercials the way I put them, spaced them out. So I don't care. We can try that. Nintendo Switch 2 thoughts. Yes, please. Bigger screen, magnetic instead of sliders.
Yeah.
And of course, a stronger CPU, whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, Nintendo Switch 2 thoughts. Thumbs up. Of course, it's gonna be expensive at first, but I think it's gonna be great.
I am curious because it said, like...
Of course, I hope they don't just keep remaking old games. They need new games.
They, well, I mean, Nintendo has their, like... They have their catalog, and it's like...
I know, but
new Mario, new Zelda, new...
Some of the stuff they've been bringing from the Wii or
Yeah.
the GameCube, you know what I'm saying?
But they had... It says it's backwards compatible with an asterisk. It's like, which one... What's going to be... What's that? And somebody was talking about how, like... I don't know if you saw the game they came out with where it had the different, like, cardboard, like, peripherals that you could use on the game.
Cardboard. I remember some kind of Switch thing with cardboard, or was it what we? Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like you make these little things and they like translate into the game, and they're like, well, that's not going to be compatible because it's not going to have the same hardware, and it's like, okay, but
Yeah.
don't let me buy this and then go, I'm sorry, but Tears of the Kingdom is not going to work on this.
Then he says, waifu. Waifu is a term used to describe a fictional character, usually from anime, that someone is romantically or greatly attached to. And yes, Genshin Impact has a multitude of waifu of both men and women. I don't even remember even.
Waifu. Yes, he has many waifus on Genshin Impact.
Okay.
That's his, damn. You know how, like my son and your son like to have all the skins in Fortnite?
Oh, okay.
He likes to collect all the waifus and buy all the stuff for him. And
Okay. So what do you think of Electric Jellyfish?
it's pretty good. I could drink that IPA like on a regular basis.
I don't. One or two. I don't think I could go through 6. I mean, I think it's pretty cool art, especially. That's what got me interested, is that artwork on it.
Yeah.
What was the percentage again?
I think it's 6.5. Is that what it said?
6.5? Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
you said you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series.
I haven't watched the whole series. I watched the movie, which wasn't. I don't think it was as bad as they said.
The M. Night Shyamalan one?
I think they were just trying to fit too much in. After watching the first 12, like the first season I watched was Zane.
Yeah.
It was like they were trying to fit so much into one.
Yes.
Which greatly impacted it.
Yes. I will give it. But he did change a couple things that people weren't too happy about with like the firebenders.
Well, there's people who love it.
Yeah.
And I can see why they're upset. But me being somebody who was not been exposed to the series.
Yeah.
Me seeing that movie first and then seeing the show, I was like, oh, okay. It's just like reading a book first and then watching the movie. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
But if you watch the movie first and then read the book.
Yeah. So they've got Last Airbender, Legend of Korra.
Yes, that's what Zane was going through, was Legend of Korra.
There's a new one coming out. They just announced it yesterday.
Okay.
It's called Seven Havens, I think. And basically the Avatar is seen as the destroyer of humanity. And so like the new Avatar has to stay secret. And they have a twin that they didn't know about. And it sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. It definitely sounds interesting.
Danny Basco, was that his name? He was Rufio from Peter Pan. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't remember kid act. Was he a kid actor?
I'll show you. You'll know who I'm talking about. As soon
You'll
as I show
know.
you.
You'll know. You remember those kids when they grow up.
What was the hook?
No, I don't remember a lot besides Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams. Yeah. And it was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Rufio.
Okay. He's been in something before else, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And of course, last weekend was Pensacon here. Neither one of us got to go to Pensacon.
No.
My friend at work went to MegaCon in Orlando 2 weeks ago. He got to meet Frank Miller. They had Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon.
Oh, Danny Glover?
Danny Glover. But it was like $250 to get a signature from them. So he's like, yeah, no.
I don't. I had one person that I wanted to have a signature from. And that was the first Pensacon I went to. And I was like, I'm going to take,
Yeah.
And that was Christopher Judge. He was in Stargate. He's also the voice of Kratos in the new game, God of War games.
Okay.
But I was like, I want to meet him because I really dig Stargate. So
Yeah.
But all the rest of them, it was like I would stand in line. Hey, nice to meet you, and then move on.
Yeah.
You know, not pay for.
That's my hardest thing, and I'm not saying that because I from what I understand, I guess they do cons for free because they make the money off of their autographs and stuff.
Well, some of them do it for free.
Some of them charge a fee.
Some of them, it's like, I'll come as long as you're paying for, like, my room and board while I'm there.
Yeah.
And they're very specific about their room and board.
because last year they did the one on our Oculus Island here, the game convention.
Yeah.
And they got Bam Margera had volunteered over there. And yeah, I think that's what they did. They paid for his flight and the hotel room.
That's a rad weekend, isn't it?
Rad weekend.
Yeah. We need to go check that one out.
Yeah. They just did, so I think, I'm trying to remember what time of the year is that. But I can't game, it's a lot of gaming. Excuse me. But, so anything else on I want to see, Thunderbolts looks good too when you finally see kind of their villain reveal with Sentry, or the Dark Void version, I guess, of Sentry. When I first was reading comic books, well, not when I first saw Sentry in the comic books, Jay Lee was doing the art for him, which was some amazing art, and I never saw a lot of the history, but I've heard that he's like one of the more powerful, so the Thunderbolts aren't gonna really be anything for him.
Yeah. Basically what I've read in the synopsis is like they gave him a version of the superhero serum that they were trying to recreate, or that's the super soldier serum.
Superhero serum.
Yeah, superhero serum.
We all want to be superheroes.
Please don't put your serum in me, superhero. And basically his reaction to it was he got basically the abilities of Superman. Yeah, so.
But he has. That's what the Dark Void is. There's an opposite who has the same powers as him, and they feed off each other, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
There's supposed to be another villain in there as well. We'll have to look that up.
Your wife is scared to come out. She doesn't want to walk in front of the camera.
We'll have to look that up because I think there was another villain that's supposed to be in there, but they haven't really revealed.
I don't know if there's anything to look up. If they haven't revealed.
They've said who the actor is, but they haven't said who they are.
Oh. Yeah, because I've heard about the people who were in the Captain America and their parts, and I don't want to spoil it for the rest of them. So, like I said, Sonic 3 just made it to Paramount. Gonna probably watch that this weekend to see Keanu as Shadow.
I'm gonna try and watch The Gorge this weekend.
That looked really good.
Yeah.
Another soundtrack with Trent Reznor in charge. That looked interesting, The Gorge.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna turn this off for a second so she can. She's like, I think she's been in there smelling her own poop or something. So this isn't my wife, so I can pick on her. Okay, I think. Did you have diarrhea? She's not answering. She couldn't make it out the door. She was like banging on the door, like.
Yeah.
We got that on camera too. Yeah. So. That door you kept hurting. Yeah, she didn't want to come on the film. I would do this to mine, but this isn't mine, so I can pick twice as hard. This is for Spencer. This is one of the logos of Hard Truth.
Coconut rum.
Did you finish your bottle of the BBC coconut?
Not yet. No, we haven't really. I haven't really had a chance to, because we need to get some stuff, some mixers to go with it, and try some different things.
We have wine in our fridge.
I still, dang it.
Oh, you should tell them about the ridiculous wine.
The ridiculous wine.
The price difference.
Uh-oh.
So we went for Valentine's Day. Well, not on Valentine's Day, but
on
that's
Valentine's
how
Day.
Yeah, we went. I took her to Melting Pot. And,
Expensive.
Yeah.
You're probably busy.
And the package that I purchased.
You bought a package.
Yeah.
So you should have just brought your own package.
The package I purchased came with a bottle of wine. I didn't even know that it came with a bottle of wine.
You didn't look at the price and be like, "Oh, why is that so expensive?"
Well, I looked at the price, but I was like, you know what? It's been 10 years.
Somebody's swallowing tonight.
So, lady comes in. She's like, "Yeah, you get a bottle of wine with the package you purchased." And I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "Here's the list that you can choose from." And so we're looking. We're not wine drinkers. We're like Moscato, you know. So I'm looking, and I find one that's supposed to be a sweet wine. But when I looked it up on their menu, it was $50 for the bottle.
Yeah.
When
You're
I looked
like,
it
"Oh,
up,
that doesn't come with it."
Yeah. Well, no, that was all. When I looked it up, they were like it was $15 at Target.
Yeah. That's the markup. I know that there was a casino in Biloxi, and you could get room service. You get bottle to your room. And I was like, what's the most expensive thing they've got? I was just curious. And it was Johnny Walker Blue. It was $500. And this was back 20 years ago. And it ain't $500 in a liquor store. I'm like, that's a heck of a markup just to get it to your room.
Well, that's like, I mean, when I was going over to Fockers to do karaoke.
Some toasted coconut. I thought you were going to save some for Katie.
I'll pour a little in there, if you don't mind. The only thing
We'll
I
have
don't
to
like
open
about
the other one because that finished off that one.
The only thing I don't like about coconut flavored stuff
That's light, a lot lighter than yours was a lot richer.
is occasionally it tastes like sunscreen
Yes.
smells, you know.
Yes. that to me isn't too bad, really.
No.
And then I saved a Christmas beer for you. Santa's butt. It is a white porter. I don't know what a white porter is, but it's 6%. Go ahead, sorry.
White porter. I go to Fockers with you when we're doing karaoke.
Yeah.
You could get a bottle of Jaeger for like $11 at the time.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
No. Like, I'm saying you could go to a liquor store and buy it for like $11. But if you went there and got a shot was what,
$5 or
$6?
$6, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a bottle of Jaeger for, I don't know though. I haven't bought Jaeger. That is a white porter, but it looks like just a regular porter to me. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we still haven't done Dirty Snowballs.
We haven't done Dirty Snowballs in a while.
And we are now drinking Santa's butt.
Well, the good thing is it doesn't taste like ass.
It doesn't. It's a pretty easygoing porter. I don't really know what classifies a porter as a white porter.
Let's find out.
I was just trying to see if there's a story here. Oh, how are your glasses? There's a story right there. Let's see if you can read it.
This special holiday porter is made for winter, rich and warming, the way they like it at the North Pole. It was inspired by this famous line from a well-loved children's storybook. And Santa sat on his great butt, enjoying a hearty brew. In case you find that amusing, the brewer hastens to point out that in England, butt refers to a certain sized barrel customarily used for beer. A very large barrel, in fact, holding 108 imperial gallons.
Ooh.
Back in the day, it was quite a normal thing for a brewery to put its beer up in a large butt for storage. Still
Put it up the
snickering,
butt.
eh? Get your mind out of the gutter, or Santa will be skipping your house entirely this year.
Damn it.
Let's see.
I guess that 80s song, Doing the Butt, just doing the butt. Santa's. But we were going to talk about, what did you say? Was it a preview you were talking about?
Mickey 17.
Mickey 17 with Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
And the director is a well-known Korean director.
He's really changed my mind about him.
He's an amazing...
Yeah.
Twilight was just the door.
Yeah.
Unlike Kristen Stewart, unfortunately, who's still cardboard. But there's a lot of other actors who've come off of Twilight, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Actually, we did watch one movie. We watched one movie with Kristen Stewart in it.
yeah?
And it was a Christmas rom-com.
Yeah.
I saw that. I liked it.
Yeah, she was...
Gay girl.
Yeah, she was pretty decent in that one.
Okay. I know there was some that people picked on, and I'm not a big Twilight. You know, I think I stomached the first one or two.
Yeah.
Something about
I liked that.
100-year-olds hitting on 16-year-olds and shining like a diamond.
Yes. It's ice crystals in my skin.
Yeah, that's exactly why they only went out at night. So in case the flashlight's bound, there's the vampire.
Yeah. Bella, do you want my icy wiener? Anyways, Mickey 17.
It's
Pattinson-
amazing because it's like clones or something
Yeah.
like that, and like one of them doesn't get there once they end the end of their life cycle. They're supposed to be disposed of.
It looked to me like, spoilers.
Watch the preview of Mickey 17. Stop this right now. Go watch the preview.
Well, I would say spoilers for another movie.
Okay.
It looked to me like a more comedic take on Moon.
Oh, Moon is such a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
Duncan Jones, David Bowie's son.
Yeah.
Moon is an amazing movie. And who was that actor? He played on Iron Man
Yeah.
3? Justin? He played Justin whatever. I can't remember the name. Or is it 2? It was 2. He's an amazing actor. He's going to look it up real quick. Because you start throwing out facts when you're drinking and it's like you're running the U.S. government. It makes no sense. We saved $80 billion. We're going to give everyone $8,000. That's not the way it works.
It's going to be a beautiful check. Everyone is going to love it. You're going to receive it.
It's going to fit in your really big hands. Not as big as my hands because my checks they're bigger.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
An amazing actor.
We're going to save you millions. Don't worry about it.
We've been watching this show on ABC Hulu called High Potential.
Is that the one with the
The
lady?
woman who was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, she's like a cleaner in the beginning of it. Yeah.
It's based on actually a French show that was called HIP, High something, but that's on Hulu too. The original, which is 4 seasons.
Oh.
But yeah, we watched. I don't know if you watch Abbott Elementary, but they did a crossover with Sunny.
Oh, they did?
Yes, it's hilarious because they're the same characters, and they've been put on probation for doing something. All four of them. Yeah, it was 4 of them, 5 of them. You know, and it was funny because we watched Mythic Quest, which has the one guy in. Huh?
It was Rob. I don't remember.
Yeah, isn't he the guy who's invested with?
Yeah, with Wrexham.
With Ryan Reynolds. How about that drunk? What's this whole thing with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively and that one Justin whatever? Did you know that whole story? Supposedly he did something to Blake Lively or something.
All I've seen from it was that he's suing Ryan Reynolds and I guess Disney because Ryan Reynolds the nice pool.
Yeah, they were thinking the nice. That's a guilty conscience if you think a fictional character.
Yeah.
That's what it says to me. I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
I should sue Ryan Reynolds and Disney because
Something
baby
about
pool.
him-
I had a baby, so
Because he was a director or something, wasn't he?
Something about him making advances at Blake Lively
Yeah.
and sexual comments.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that never happens in Hollywood.
no, never.
Pedos never happen in Hollywood. Yeah. This is why you should never send your kids to Hollywood.
No. Do yourselves a favor if you ever think about it and watch the Nickelodeon documentary.
Quiet on the Set?
Yes. Have you seen that?
No, I still need to. That's one of the series too. There's a lot that I've heard through the years. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people have come forward. I mean, it's starting, with what's his name, Corey Haim. Corey Haim was trying to tell people.
Corey Haim is the one that died.
Yeah, wasn't he trying to tell people though way back? And the other Corey was telling him we don't need to speak up or something.
No, the Corey Feldman didn't have that happen to him.
No, but Corey Feldman was telling him not to, or was he trying to tell him to speak up? One of the two.
I don't know.
The whole thing, yeah, but Corey Haim is the one who dealt with it. And there was a thing saying that another actor took advantage of him on the set and all this. And it's just like, yeah, I don't care if it's true or not. I'm not risking my kid. I'm sorry. My kid's worth more than any amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just... Yeah. And we'll change the subject on that. Because we've got Santa's butt.
You guys in your dark.
And I went dark because I'm drinking a dark beer. You want some more?
I stared into the void, and the void stared back.
Okay. Super Bowl's already happened.
Meh.
Don't care. It was nothing good except for the halftime show. I liked the halftime show. Other people did not like the half. They didn't understand it. Didn't like it. I don't know. Thought it was one of the better ones myself. That's my opinion. But I was also looking forward to it because I know Kendrick speaks his mind a lot. So that's why I was looking forward to it. Daytona 500. Who cares? Kyle.
I did see a... You've seen the Vegas Sphere?
Yes.
I saw it was a video of folks at the Sphere watching, I think it was Daytona 500.
And it looked like they were actually at the race.
Yeah.
That I was trying to figure out. I saw one, and me and Zane were watching that. I was like, "What do you mean you're not at the race?" That makes sense now because it didn't have any tags in it for me to figure it out. Usually, you tag your videos so people can figure out what you're.
Yeah.
New season of Fortnite just came out today. I don't know if you're into Fortnite.
So, rumor,
Not Rumor Willis, the daughter of Bruce Willis.
is that the next movie we're going to get with Wolverine.
With Wolverine or with what's that? Jack Human? You're Jackman.
Hugh Jack Human.
Oh, I need.
That sounds like an episode of
Jack Human.
Rick and Morty. Like they're watching with Jack Human.
I could be more. Was Morty the elderly guy?
Rick?
Oh, sorry. See, how little I know. Producers
So
don't produce.
the rumor is that the next one we're going to get is Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Because we looked at that one.
Which Spider-Man though?
I don't know. They were just saying that's.
I don't think they were kidding when they said in that movie he'll be working till he's 99. It's like we're making money. We've got to.
Yeah. So I mean,
I was hoping for another. I mean, I love Hugh Jackman. Don't get me wrong, but
what? Somebody. I cannot remember where I saw it at. Again, internet, grain of salt. But somebody said that Henry Cavill has been cast as Wolverine for.
we'll see when it comes. I would rather see somebody like who was it? Elijah? Was it Elijah Wood or was it Toby? Who was it? There was a smaller person.
The one I saw, and I was like,
Was it who's Harry Potter?
oh,
Yeah,
That's a
Daniel Radcliffe.
yes. I'd heard that. Supposedly he had filmed that, but I never saw.
The one that I saw and was like, that would actually probably work is the guy from.
So
Good.
they're actually moving tomorrow.
It's not called The Gentleman.
She's been trying
The one where it's like the British Secret Service or whatever.
Oh, Kingsman.
Kingsman, yeah.
Okay, Taron
Yes.
Egerton.
Yeah. I was like, He's
That's why I wasn't
right around the
sure. I was
size.
like, well, if she's doing something-
He's already been in action
Yeah,
movies.
he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. Has he ever pulled off an American accent though? I know it's not as hard for an English person to pull up, you know. And, like, we cannot keep it up for longer. Yeah, that's not a blue. That's not a Viagra thing. We can keep it up, but we've got tiny hands.
I'm trying to think of who else would be pretty decent.
People kept saying DeVito. I'm like, DeVito's too old.
Yeah.
You're just thinking of size. Uh-oh.
I mean, if you're looking at size and you're wanting acting ability, Peter Dinklage.
Wow.
Actually, I could see him as what was that character? Was the character Puck?
Oh yeah, from Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
Puck. Yes, he would be a great Puck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can we do an Alpha Flight movie though? That I don't know if there's a big enough thing, but we could.
Actually, Simon.
Oh.
You didn't know this, but I'm actually a Disney Movie Studios executive. I'm actually in charge of Marvel. We're going to film an Alpha Flight movie in its entirety. Okay. And we're going to tell you all about it. We're going to post about it. We're going to tell you the date it's going to come out. But unfortunately, we're going to have to shelve it.
Boo. No, that's not Disney. That's Warner Brothers.
Well,
That would be a DC movie.
you're under the mistaken fact that there's different companies, sir. It's all one company. We just find different ways to bend you over a table and steal your money.
You're probably right. You are probably right. Sadly enough. Have you caught Skeleton Crew?
Not yet.
It's really good, dude.
Okay, that's on my list.
It's Goonies in space.
Okay.
And if you like Goonies, you'll love it.
I did not like Goonies.
It's generation. It's his generation, Simon.
I know. How did you not like... Even in his generation, Goonies is like classic.
I did not watch it when I was younger. It was part of the problem. I watched it. I finally got around to it, and I watched it, and I was like, really? This is what we're hyped about?
Hey, you guys!
Now, if you said, see, my movies
Okay.
were a little more obscure.
Obscure.
Yeah.
I grew up on Buckaroo Banzai, sir.
Mine were a little more niche. You've probably never heard of them. Okay? You know, I gotta pull my hipster.
Okay, come on, hipster. Pull your hair up in a bun.
There were 2 Star Wars movies.
No, there's 9, but...
No. These were
Okay.
2 Star Wars movies, and I watched them over and over and over again.
Were they movies or were they shows on TV?
They were... I remember renting them as movies.
Okay.
It was one of them... Well, they were both basically... It was this family that crashed on Endor.
Yes.
And there was 2 different ones. One, there was like a giant creature they had to help stop, and I can't remember what the other one was about. But that's more my speed.
Those were TV specials.
Well, when I watched them, they were
They're on
movies.
Disney Plus.
They are?
Yes. If you look through the Star Wars library, they're the very back.
Hell yeah.
There's 3 of them, actually.
Hell yeah.
But I was that kid when I saw it. So how did you see it and you were a kid? Did they hide them from you?
No, we were in... Yeah,
Oh,
we were...
Okay.
We were in England, and we had
I love
we had
being
the
British, but they're a little behind.
tiny little rental place on base, and
Yes.
so you went in there, and it was like, hey, a Star Wars movie.
Ding!
Yeah.
Winning! That's what kids nowadays will never understand is waiting to find your favorite movie on a tape or a DVD. Oh, crap, it's gone again.
So the disappointment of going in there and
But
seeing
then
the box art.
you're already there, so you pick up some other crappy movie,
Yeah.
which you end up liking.
Which, by the way, this is how I discovered this. Do not ever watch the movie Breakfast of Champions starring Bruce Willis.
There's a movie called Breakfast of Champions. Now I'm going to have to Google this.
Only if you want to see Bruce Willis giving a secretary it from behind, doggy style.
Are you sure it's called Breakfast?
Full on. Yeah, it's called Breakfast of Champions. He is a schmuck car salesman, and I can't remember the exact setup, but he ends up the secretary at the car sale at the dealership is like all head over heels for him, and his day is just going bad, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to lunch. You want to go get a hotel room?" And she's like, "Okay."
Now I might have to just see that, just to see this. I'm curious. You've made me curious. Bruce has got some of my favorite movies. I like Bruce Willis movies. I'm probably one of the only people who like Cop Out. Because Cop Out, even though I've heard the behind the scenes, it to me was very reminiscent of me growing up on Beverly Hills Cop. I got the buddy cop. I thought Tracy Morgan was fantastic. I thought Bruce played his part. And Kevin's going to complain that his issues behind the camera, but I thought it was good. I thought it was very underrated. One of my favorite underrated Bruce Willis movies is Hudson Hawk.
Go get it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I've got it. Him and Danny Aiello, they're cat burglars. And when they set up a crime to rob a place, they time it out how long it's going to take. And they sing while they're doing it. They sing classic Frank Sinatra songs and stuff. It's hilarious. It's over the top. And it's good music.
Okay. What?
You still
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
He's going to be circumcised.
This is Spencer from the Brew Pill. They've got a Grayton Beach 38 Ghost. 4.6%. Join us on our full episodes where you can get drunk with us, and maybe you too can end up with a little Rugrat.
All right. And we're almost halfway through Being Canadian, which is a documentary by a writer, Rob Cohen, who wrote on like Big Bang Theory and other stuff. And there's a lot of people you don't realize who are Canadians, and every person I've realized or found out that they were Canadians, or to me they've always been nice people. I don't think Spencer has one that he's dealt with, but we think he's been Americanized. Just we were desensitized. I don't think I've met a mean Canadian.
I did. One didn't actually meet them. Remember when I was pregnant? The lady that flipped me off.
How do you know that she was Canadian?
They had a Canadian license plate.
That means they lived in Canada. Doesn't mean they were Canadian. They could have been an American who ran away to not pay American taxes or something. I'm glad you remember. I remember you flipping out, almost getting us in a wreck. And
Hey, honey, I don't want to pay American taxes anymore, so how about we go somewhere where we get paid with maple syrup?
really, I don't think they pay people with maple syrup. Sorry. Anyways, I think Canadians are really genuinely nice people. Myself.
I don't think Canadians
Oh,
are
did you-
genuine people.
What? I'm surprised Spencer didn't hold this beer up.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what it's all about right here.
What's that other boot?
It's a FMB Brewing. We got the keys in the bowl. Key lime Belgian white ale. – 4.5%.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Nice golden color. Keys in the bowl, latest key lime. And he's gonna be
Actually,
like,
pretty
"Ooh,
good."
that's really good. He's gonna have to share some with his wife. Truth be told, I drank 3 of these. It was a 4-pack. So I have experienced this before.
He's like,
So good.
man, I've never experienced this before.
Rechargeable batteries. This lithium thing drives me crazy because I swear rechargeable batteries that weren't lithium lasted a lot longer. Like my batteries last like minutes. Anyway.
Is that what your wife says? Oh!
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So, do you still have the Game Pass, sir?
I have the core Game Pass.
Okay.
I don't have the Ultimate.
Um,
Which is cheaper if you go to Sam's and buy the year one for $59 than to pay $20. Online, you can pay $29 for $24.97 for 3 months, or $16.99 a month.
yeah.
But you can go to Sam's and get a 12 months for $59.99.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think I'm gonna do, guys?
They've got I don't know. Is Avowed? Is that on the core?
No,
yet?
no,
Okay.
that's the new. You pay the Ultimate, so you get the first. That's what I heard. It's about. It's like a new version of Skyrim or something.
Basically, it's
Different
the
company, of course.
same folks that did Fallout New Vegas.
Obsidian.
Yes, they did Avowed. Haven't played it yet, but
I've heard it's really good from what. Yeah, I went to look at it. And I can only buy it, but I don't have the. Oh, I have to get Xbox X as well because it's not for the one yet.
okay.
It's a good idea. So just give it a try.
But Adamfall is the one I'm looking forward to. Who comes out next month in March?
Yeah. I got supposed to be supposedly at some point this weekend playing it online with some folks from work, but Marvel Rivals.
Rivals.
Yeah.
That's for the. I don't know why. This is the thing that gets me is the graphics are not that intense that they couldn't put it on the one.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
There's if you don't include because there's a lot of people who are still on the one or even the PS4 who can't afford the other ones. You're losing so much amount of your income because it's not graphically needed to be on those upper echelon game systems. I mean, I think this week Xbox was releasing what they're going to be doing next, and especially their push to going towards the PC thing and Xbox Game Pass for the PS5.
Yeah. Their whole this is an Xbox
Everything's an Xbox.
yeah, marketing thing. Thank you, sir.
That's the whole thing is like you're losing. I know you're opening the market, but you have to keep some things exclusive so people. I mean, that's how the PlayStations have kept it because they've had a good supply of. You can't find Spider-Man 2 on anything but.
So, the way they're talking, it sounds like Xbox is going to be moving away from actually making Xboxes.
Which is silly to me.
Well, I thought so at first, but here was my thinking on it.
Because it's going to end up being a Nintendo Switch, because it's going to be the Switch and the PlayStation, and it's like you're missing out.
Well,
to me, my opinion.
Yeah, but the way I looked at it here recently is like they move away from making the Xbox, so they don't have that division anymore, but they make the games and they put them on everything. So no matter what you buy, they're still making money off of you.
As long as you make it compatible. You know what I'm saying? Because if they come up with a PS6,
Yeah.
The next generation or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is like, it's kind of silly because there are some, this is the funny thing, and I'm going to tell you this, and people are going to be like, no, you're wrong. Kyle was the only one who might say something because he's the only one who comments back. I don't know who else watches this. But like,
we only make videos.
Jedi Survivor, the second one, Fallen Order Jedi Survivor. When
Yeah.
it came out, I swear, because I was looking at the store, I swear, on the box it said Xbox XS/Xbox One. So I went to buy it, and all they had is the XS. And you look online, oh, it's never existed. I'm like, I saw it, and just before Christmas, they released it for the Xbox One, and I'm like, at like $19.99 or $29.99. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Adamfall is supposed to play for the Xbox One, PS4 as well as the newer ones. It's like, to me, maybe it's me. There's not that big of a difference between those generations. You know what I'm saying? The PS4, PS5, and or the Xbox X and the Xbox One. And like you're saying, if they keep making the stuff, they can keep those. You can keep making the hard drives for them. People will keep playing them. You keep the servers up, and people will keep buying the games.
Yeah.
It's just like the from what I understand, you don't have a PS5, do you? Mm-hmm. You do. Is the charger itself? Is the battery in case you just recharge the whole
In the controller?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's a big
also-
fuss that people. It's like, why can't Xbox do this?
Oh, they do. You just have to buy the $120 controller.
There's the issue.
Yeah. Also found out this past week, if you drop your PlayStation 5 controller in the dog's water bowl, it doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
What if you piss off your wife and she shoves it sideways into your ass?
Oh, is it going to vibrate?
Is that what matters? I guess if you're playing the game.
Not if you drop it in the dog's water bowl.
Oh, yeah. You cannot drop it into the dog's water pool before you insert it in the rectum.
Like the phones you can put in rice.
Oh, no, it's just dead, Wendy. I tried turning it on.
The batteries are in.
They're apparently not water resistant, are they?
No.
Why would they be?
Oh, no, it was a
PlayStation.
TikTok.
Oh.
After I dropped it in the bowl, I was flipping through TikTok, and it was this guy, and he's like, look at her, and it was his wife in the kitchen, and she's washing his PlayStation controller in the sink, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I'm cleaning it. It was nasty." And he was like,
That's why they have certain wipes.
he goes, "You can't." And she was like, "Yeah, I looked it up. They're water resistant." And he was like, "No, they're not." She's like, "Yeah, they are." And she tips it, and water is like pouring out from one of the cracks.
And every person is like, oh.
Yeah. And he was like, I can't use that one anymore. And she looks over, and there's like a pot, and behind the pot is his other controller that she'd already washed.
Sponsored by that. Probably had millions of views.
Yeah.
And somebody already got him new ones. So it became the gag. The fake videos that piss me off that they're not real, but they get millions of views.
Yeah.
And thousands of likes.
I do have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
So if you ever made it big, like on social media, like went viral, people started watching your stuff on the regular,
Okay.
right? Would you
Include you, yes.
No, would you stop looking at yourself in the mirror because you can't follow people that have millions of likes and views?
Are you asking an honest question here? If they welcomed me into their neighborhood and they followed me and they liked what I said, yes. But if it's still the stand-up... See, this is the whole funny thing about social media.
You could still look at yourself in the mirror. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I could still look at myself in the mirror.
That's what the question was it not?
Yeah.
You think I would suddenly sell out? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to people they've already made it big,
Yes.
they've got a bunch of followers, you're like, I can't watch that. I can't like their videos. I can't follow them because of that. So if you ever made it, would you stop looking at yourself in the mirror because you can't follow yourself? Because
Oh.
He didn't catch
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Oh. But I do follow myself and I do talk to myself.
Hey, sometimes you have to have an intelligent conversation.
I do look at myself in the mirror. I do touch myself in the mirror. No, but I would still love the little people. I would still respond to Kyle every time he writes me.
Now I'm just picturing you in the mirror.
That's why I'll never make
fuck
it.
me?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
You're trying to pick on me. I see how you are. But see, that's why I'll never make it big, because I'm happy. You know, you can have conversations with people. I couldn't imagine if you're big, because this is funny though. You can see a lot of smaller creators who have already had that mentality. They don't respond. If you compliment them, you thumbs up it, you know, and they still don't respond.
Dude, I was surprised that that musician that you follow The dude with the little ukulele.
I just started following too, but somebody else turned me on to him.
Yeah, I saw a video
Dave?
that you liked or whatever, or
Yeah.
you had commented on. You had commented on because he played the song for you.
Yeah,
And I commented the Queen song.
and he turned around
And he did. I was like, oh shit! Like I've never had somebody respond to my,
and he plays. If you ever watched him, if he does a live, he plays. He sings for a bar.
Yeah.
Like when we used to hang out at Attitudes, and sometimes there's only 1 or 2 people in there, and you can see it because he's got it like this rear facing as well at the same time, so you can see how they're reacting to him. And I was like, that's brilliant. Can you imagine if other artists did that?
Yeah.
Because that to me is that's not you're trying to involve your
Oh.
Benjamin just wow. That's what he says. He says that's what you get for picking on my dad and his ego. See if I ever clean your ear again. The high five, thank you. He just came right by my. He just had you put right against my leg, like, got you, pops. I love you, Benny. My hitman right there. Don't even have to say a word. He's like, he'll look in the mirror holding me too.
We both love to look at ourselves in the mirror.
That's right. He will. He'll stare at that fireplace. He'll stare in the mirror. He's like, oh, I like my hair.
What's he doing?
Plotting his next act.
Oh no, he's looking under the. Oh, he's at the door. He wants.
He wants attention. I'm trying to
I
run
think
away.
he's saying he's hungry. He's at the.
He's always hungry. My treat. Where's my treat? You never did. We never did put the other ink in, did we? Because this is still sitting on.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I didn't know how to. Just
Squirrel.
yes, I'm recording.
What about the printer ink?
Yes.
Yeah, squirrel.
ADD much?
Yeah.
ADD much? I've got the Pleplius dice. There's games in here. In a nice leather container. You played 3-man before, haven't you?
I had to read the rules to tell you.
Oh, 3-man, you were my friend. This is cool though. This was from Zane Lamprey's Pleplius shop.
I need to bring my
They have a sale right now. Every day they
We have so many jackets.
5% more off. So right now it's like today's 52% off.
Really?
And it's going to go up to 60%. It'll go at least up to 60%. When it goes to 60%, it's a flat $10 shipping fee. Before that, it's free shipping.
I never thought I would have as many jackets as I do until I got my wife to like Zane Lamprey. And so every time they put a sale on, oh, you don't have a thick winter jacket. We'll get you. I have a thick, a medium thick, a thin. I have 3 jackets by.
And I want.
And I've got a shirt, a long sleeve shirt.
But he says I want that.
You need what?
I want another one for me.
Another what?
Another jacket.
A thin or a...
A thin one.
Well, then get
And
a
I
thin
want
one.
another medium.
Why? You can wear my... I haven't even worn my medium thick one. It's like you get married so you can have... I've never had this many pairs of shoes. Oh, you need a new pair. And now my work pays for my work one, so I have like 6 pair of work boots. And I've got so many pairs of shoes that she's like, oh yeah, wait, these are on sale. You could get them. And Spencer's like, I've always liked a lot of shoes.
No, I have tennis shoes, my boots, and my flip flops. That's all I've got.
I didn't even used to have. Yeah, I've got.
You have less shoes now than you did when we got together.
Yes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
she's reined
You know
in.
why? I don't know.
Money?
Huh?
You don't have all the free money? you
No.
used to have?
Here's the thing. Like, I don't know if you have this mentality or not, but like since we've gotten married, no matter what money we've got, she can show me and be like, well, this is what we have for the next week,
Yeah.
whatever. In my mind, we're constantly broke. And I'm like,
That's not a bad thing though.
It
No.
feels like we're constantly broke.
and it's like I'll go somewhere like
Take pity on us, people.
well, no, it's like I'll go somewhere and I'm like, man, I really need some new tennis shoes. But, I mean, I can still wear what I've got.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, games. If I didn't have the Game Pass, like, it's a major decision for me now. To be like, oh, do I want
Well,
to
see, you
spend
you
$60?
do the ultimate, which is how much a month?
It's what?
$20 a month.
20,
Yeah.
$20 a month for the ultimate.
Yeah.
Which is that. Whereas I'm the opposite. I do the cheaper one, like I said, $59 a year.
Yeah.
And then when we go into used video games, I'll pick up the used ones for 5 or 10. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I got a gift certificate for Rad Junk.
Yeah.
And I went in there the other day because I was actually looking to see if they had any replacement PS5 controllers. But I was walking through it and I'm like, if I buy that game, like, I'm going to use that gift certificate. I better hold on to it because I might...
Why? What else are you supposed to do with it?
I don't know.
I'm just going to keep it in my pocket.
I'm always worried with games that...
No, you're just like that with all gift cards.
Yes.
With gift
You
cards?
hold on to he has gift cards from before me and
I
we
say
got together.
Yeah.
there's a little bit for Katie right
Okay.
there. So she can try the key line.
But yeah, not just gift cards.
Oh gosh.
This is my birthday and Christmas money from the last, like, year.
Now you keep cash like that?
Yeah.
Just please rob me.
Oh,
I have
Did you reverse your shirt again?
I did not.
don't say bad things.
Oh, I'm trying.
You can-
What did you do? Go in the bathroom and change it back?
No, I switched it around when we turned it off last. You could fix it in post, right?
No. Post. There is no post. The only post is between my legs. Okay, that didn't go over well.
But no, I
My wife didn't even back me up.
I have money in gift cards, and I'm worried to spend them.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm like, if I buy this, it might be trash, and
That's
I've
why it's a
wasted
gift
my
card,
money.
though. You're not out money.
I'm out the gift card though, and I could buy something decent.
Not everything you buy is going to be decent.
We all need therapists, Simon.
Yes, that's true. We do.
Is it from all the money you spent drinking all those?
Oh no, I didn't care about that money.
But we're going to be back. We're going to watch a little bit more Being Canadian. I'm going to pick another beer. You know, tonight we were filming an episode for another channel. And in between everything, we were watching a documentary on Prime called Being Canadian. I didn't realize so many actors were Canadian, and I think it's pretty awesome. And it was talking about what it means and everything, which I think is pretty cool. And I just want to say, as an American, we're sorry. Because I know one of the parts it was focusing on was, like, maybe Canada is like America's little brother or something, but there's a lot of us who live here who think it would be fantastic to get to go to Canada. Like, that's a goal in life. Because we think you're a genuinely cool place and an awesome people. Not just that you're super nice, because you are super nice. You're like the people we wish we could be. So, I just want you to know that, you know, as an American, not every one of us is like the guy that we didn't vote for. I have nothing.
My sister
Anyways,
was her shortest.
we're gonna go a little strawberry soju to start off.
She went to get checked at the hospital. She wanted all of us.
Of course, all of this is the Ginro.
Of course, my sister was the second because that was the same hospital my dad was born.
I'll let him read it. It's probably 11%,
The
I'm
doctor
thinking.
was at another hospital in Redondo Beach. So she goes to that hospital for him to check.
And everyone's listening to my wife.
My
But,
they said no.
some soju to start it off.
You need to be admitted. So my sister was in.
So good.
Oh,
She came with
So not so good for him. That's why I sip it.
quickly is good though.
And the other one from my friend Stacy at work that she brought from Pennsylvania at Lancaster Brewing. Double chocolate stout. That's just not very fancy. Double chocolate stout. It's a milk stout. 6.8%. So I know it's going to be dark. Oh yeah, it's got the nice chocolate top. I can't even find where the camera view is. I prefer chocolate stouts to the coffee stouts myself. Any more?
Sure.
Soju. Let's see if we had a beer we didn't like. This is what you do. You put a little bit of soju, the flavored soju. So where were we at?
You know what would have been good?
What? Oh.
That with one of those dropped in it.
Oh, with a strawberry? Or
Yeah.
you think with a grape? Or that's what we'd have to think of what would go with key lime.
Yeah.
That's what my brother-in-law Doug was, you mix a soju with that's what he did. He dropped it too. It's funny though, I wish we could get these up here. I really need to do a little research on getting the different sojus in this area. Where were we at? Oh.
10 years from now, when you visit our area and you run across Simon Ellard, soju importer.
Soju importer. Yeah. Be right next to my bar or my craft beer. Oh, that is good. That double chocolate stout.
Let's see. You got any more movie, video game, TV, news?
Old news. I don't know. Right now we're still watching the Being Canadian on Prime. And we're enjoying the maple syrup.
I'm disappointed Ryan Reynolds isn't in it.
Ryan Reynolds is too big. You look at these. This was also, what, 2013, I think?
15.
15? Yeah, because Alan Thicke was still alive. And who was the other one who had passed since? Alan Thicke?
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek. They're both in this.
Stupid opinion.
Uh-oh.
But, they either should have canceled Jeopardy.
Oh, after Alex?
Yeah. Or
Change the name?
Or
Or just on Celebrity Jeopardy?
it wasn't really a... Yeah, that's better. I'll take that one.
What did you say they should have what?
Either canceled Jeopardy when Alex Trebek died,
Or
Or-
when he died or when he left?
or when he left, or I watched a couple of the different people that they had come fill in,
Yes.
and my opinion, it's a little biased opinion, but I think LeVar Burton should have taken over.
Did he do a guest spot in it?
He was the guest host. You
I
do
didn't
know
know
who
that.
LeVar Burton is?
I saw Mayim did some, didn't she?
Who's that?
Yeah. Butterflies in the sky. You can go twice as high.
Or if you watch
in a
Next
book.
Generation, he was Geordie LaForge
Yeah.
with the cool glasses.
Yeah.
No.
Or if you watched Roots,
No.
he was Kunta Kinte.
It was, I can't think of the word now, but
What?
the name of the show, but Reading Rainbow, is that
Reading
Yeah.
Rainbow, yeah. It's right there. Reading Rainbow. Sorry. He didn't get to that part.
I can
Go
go anywhere. Take a look.
It's
It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
There was a documentary we watched, wasn't there? It was all about how they couldn't do that nowadays and stuff, and how they stuck with it, and the whole history of it.
Yeah,
It was very
I
interesting.
used to watch Reading Rainbow at school.
Yes.
That was a TV show that we got to watch at school.
Yes. And I was the kid in the class. I'm like, that's Jordy. And all the other kids are like, what?
Well, Jordy was not a thing when I was a kid.
When
Yeah,
were you a kid?
I was an adult when Geordie came
When
around.
were you a kid?
I was a teenager.
She was born a teenager.
What year was this?
I was a teenager when he was
Geordie LaForge.
because I used to watch Will Wheaton. That's why.
Will
watched,
Wheaton.
That's why I watched Next Generation. Okay, people.
Will Wheaton. That's why I quit watching
That was
Star Trek
because I
Next
was a
Generation.
teenager then, and-
Will Wheaton.
Funny story.
Uh-oh.
They don't know what to do with him.
I understand.
Because with Will Wheaton, his character, because
He had a couple good movie roles after.
oh no, I'm saying like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
So he was.
Oh, is it they brought him back like they did Patrick Stewart for that show? You mean?
So they brought him back for like a scene in that.
Oh, did they?
They did, but so in Next Generation, he leaves, becomes a traveler.
We're in the Star Trek universe right
Yes.
now. Keep up, people.
Yes, he leaves, becomes a traveler, can traverse time and space, blah blah blah, right? And then he comes back for a blink and you'll miss it cameo in Star Trek Insurrection. Was it Insurrection or was it Nemesis? It was Nemesis. Sorry, and he that whole traveler thing. Am I boring you, sir? No, he comes back, and it's like they erase that whole traveler thing, right? And so they show him at a wedding that they have in the movie, and he's in Starfleet. And then you go to the Star Trek Picard, and he has a scene where he comes back and he meets this girl, and he's like, "Hey, I'm a traveler. We'd like you to join us. Would you like to come be one of us?" They don't know what to do with him. I don't know. And Will Wheaton's just like, "Oh, you're gonna give me more money? I dig it."
Because that was a child star.
But he still looks really. He's like Ralph Macchio. Everyone else is aged, and they've aged slowly.
Yes.
You know, and God bless them. You know.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, I give you more. There's more. Let me shoot it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. Raise your pinky. You gotta be polite. I know you're a millennial.
I have to put on airs.
No, what?
You didn't see that SpongeBob episode? You had to put on airs?
Airs?
SpongeBob went to go see Sandy in her dome, and she said, "Do you breathe air?" And he didn't know what air was, so he went to Patrick, and Patrick was like, "Yeah, you have to put on airs. You got to raise your pinky up when you're drinking."
Oh, okay. I think I did see that. Zane's been going through the whole SpongeBob universe.
SpongeBob, that's how you lose your freaking brain cells.
And then and then he gets there, and he's like, "Water? I don't need water." And then he cuts later, and he's like,
I have seen that.
I need it.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Star Trek, have you got...
God.
It's not that.
Okay, anyways.
It's not... You're thinking like it's Everclear. You're like, oh...
What happened?
Have you... Did you see Sector 31 yet?
I have not yet.
Okay.
That's one of those ones... Well, one, I got to restart my Paramount Plus subscription.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those ones where, like, I've seen so many bad reviews on it that I'm like...
That's why I want to watch it. I like bad reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, there was... I know I'm going to date myself here. Back in the 80s, I was into heavy metal. Devil worshiping. Devil. You know, this was the big thing. The church wasn't trying to run the country. They were trying to
They never do.
Okay. They were trying to control what you listen to.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm using air quotes. But I was into that. I was growing my hair long, you know. I wasn't, not my pinky long, but okay. But there was, when I tried to find out what the new upcoming heavy metal group was going to be, you know, what's next before you could get it, so you could get cassettes before the CDs. And so I would read reviews. They would put reviews out. These are the groups. You know, that's how I got like Guns N' Roses' first album, Live Like a Suicide, not Appetite for Destruction, like everyone else thinks. There was an EP called Live Like a Suicide. But there was groups, and if there were bad ones, I had to go, it can't be as bad as you think it is. So I'd go buy. So I'd have some hits, some good ones, and some bad ones. And that's how you end up with a bunch of cassettes as an adult. That's what he thinks.
My parents used to do that with what were their names? Ebert and
Siskel and Ebert?
Yeah. They would watch
movies?
No, they would watch their thing where they would review.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "This is trash." Oh, my dad would be like, that's the one I want to see.
Same here.
Most of the time it wasn't trash.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing, is people forget when they hear this on the internet. And everyone just jumps on that bandwagon, and then suddenly you've got a movie that's good that everyone says is bad, and nobody goes to see it.
It's like the Oscars. If you watch the Oscars, it's like there occasionally there'll be a movie, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is a great movie," and you watch it, and you're like, "Man, this is a good movie."
Yeah.
Like Slumdog Millionaire.
I bought that in the thrift store. I still haven't seen it. I need to watch
Love it. It's a great movie. So, but most time you have like the Oscars, and they're like, this movie is the top movie, blah blah blah. This is the it's so many awards, and it's some movie you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. Meanwhile, like the movies that have made the most the box office, and they're like,
well, this is the whole thing is because everyone's, and they should literally have like and not just the most, you know which one has won the most.
yeah,
But you should have like a category that's like best most popular movie or something, you know what I'm saying? And it could be out of the top 5 grossing or the top 10.
yeah,
That are decent movies that they're not great, but they're decent for the amount of money they made. So then you could put things like the Avengers in them and stuff like that would never normally win. Because you have these good movies, but you have to throw them in the special effects category.
Yeah.
These are good special effects. That was like when they started the heavy metal category in the Grammys, and Jethro Tull beat Metallica, and it's like Jethro Tull was hard rock at best. You know what I'm saying? Actually, would call him probably rock.
yeah.
For them to beat Metallica was just like, come on, shady. And I'm not a big Metallica fan as they age, but you know what I'm saying.
Problem with a lot of those award shows too, and a lot of critics, there's a lot of politics involved.
Oh yeah.
Whereas you have like, is there even still a People's Choice Award, where like you and I can vote?
I don't know. Possibly, maybe. I remember when they used to have American Idol, and you could call the 1-800 number, and you got to vote.
Yeah.
Like we watched Masked Singer. And the only people you get to see who votes, I think, are the people in that audience. And they've got their phones, and they're pushing. It's like, are these phones that they give them? Because there's not a number they're freaking call. It's like, okay, the 500 people here get to choose.
Yeah.
Or the 200 people.
It's a web app pushed to the Wi-Fi.
It's something, yeah. If you want any more of the strawberries, you're more than welcome.
You want to try this strawberry soju?
There is still a People's Choice Award, but it switched to online voting in 2005.
Online voting for the People's Choice Awards. Well, that's still...
Ladies and gentlemen.
So it's every year, though, still?
Our producers.
Yes. There is a People's Choice Awards. Is it carried on a network or anything? Does it say?
You know what we should do?
Did not look that up. Let me go back.
We should do an episode at some point this year.
Okay.
Where we pick like our top choices for certain things.
Okay, the Brew Pill Award show?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. And Kyle, you can participate.
Yes.
And our wives can participate.
Yes.
And if you actually want to participate, here's a comment section down below. Which, if you wait till the end of the video, there is an email you can mail.
Yes.
They're broadcast, the People's Choice Awards broadcasts on NBC and the E-Network, and is streamed on Peacock.
Okay. So it's on Peacock, because is NBC really still a thing? Is cable?
Cable is still a thing.
I know, that's what's so funny is we were so happy when they started with streaming services, because they were so cheap at first. And now I think they're more expensive than cable.
And what's funny too is like my kids have grown up without cable.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're very privileged.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah, and
they
it's
don't realize that you can still pause it. It doesn't matter if you turn it off, because
you can come watch it later.
Come back and start where you left off.
Which we didn't used to have that option.
Unlike us, who had to watch something on a television and didn't get to record anything half the time.
When we could afford it, when we could afford a VCR, then we have to set it up, and then we get a power shortage, and suddenly it's blinking 12 again.
Yeah.
And you have to reset it, and we just got tired of this.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, when you would rush to get up.
You would try, or like the mornings where it's like, you knew your show was coming on, it was going to be a new episode, and you wake up an hour late. Can't watch it.
Can't watch it. So you go for the week,
Where you weren't an only child and you had siblings, and whoever got it first got control of the damn TV, so you couldn't watch what you wanted to watch. Yeah.
Well, I can say, even as an only child, if you were sitting in the living room and you were watching a show, and you were like 3/4 of the way through, and your parent walked in and went, "Shh," that was it. That was it.
I was the spoiled only child.
I
had a TV in my room.
I eventually had a TV in my room.
I'm the only one in this house that technically grew up with siblings.
Yeah.
I had to share.
I didn't have to share. I'm not the only child, but I didn't have to share because I was an accidental. Yeah, everyone else had fun, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have some hunky bonky beer." All of a sudden, I'm Beaker. Yeah.
Remember, children, if you screw around, you're gonna end up with a Simon.
That's what you get to look forward to. I'm Swedish Chef suddenly. I said Beaker, but it's Swedish Chef. And on that note.